Hi everyone, I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive.
Hi, and I'm Bree Swanson, and I'm a small medium at large.
Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining us. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please hit like and subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel and would love to have your support. Today we are talking about the last in our series of four crystals to enhance your psychic connection. So if you're ready to amp it up a bit, we've got a whole assortment of our favorite stones that we want to talk to you about. And we not only want to talk to you about the stone itself, but which clairs it's working with you, which chakras it's most closely attuned to, what its properties are, how each of us works with it, how each of us clean it, and how how they work with other stones as well. We'll give you some little sister pair, good pairing type stones that you can put with each one of these last ones that we're going to talk about. Cool.
And then we're also going to be talking about, I guess, how often they should be charged and cleared and cleansed. And then we're also going to talk about, I guess, some of the do's and don'ts in relation to how you should take care of them. So you already kind of have that information or knowledge prior. Of course, do your research. But for a general rule of thumb, don't submerge your crystals if you don't know what they do in water. Some of them deteriorate and they become brittle. Some of them leave like gases, and it's just not something you want to mess with because it could degrade the quality of the stone, and you'll be out some money, and it'll be just not a good situation. Or you could damage, something in your home, and we don't want that either. Um, so yes, we're gonna have some good things to say, and we've got you covered.
Yeah, we'll go over each stone, and then at the end we'll go over some good all-purpose ways to cleanse all of your crystals that work for any crystal. So we'll try to go specific, and then we'll go macro, works for anything kind of thing. So today we're going to start with aragonite. And as we get started, I just want to reinforce that none of these crystals are magic bullets. They're not going to make you instantly psychic or instantly a medium, but it will enhance the frequency of your connections, and it will boost your abilities. If you're working on that muscle, you're working with energy, and that's what these things put out. So this first one that I want to talk about is aragonite. If you look at it up closely, you can see that it's kind of they're hexagon little shoots, and they come in clusters like this. I mean, they come in singles, but most commonly you find it in clusters like this. And aragonite works with all the chakras, but it works primarily as far as the clairs go with clairvoyance, right? And what did you have yours? You've got a single tumble. That's
So I've
really
got
pretty.
a tumble because I'm weird and I don't like I don't know how I feel about the little like pups on them,
Clusters?
little
Okay.
clusters. I don't know. Some people are weird like that. I am. So it's all good. And then
No worries.
I've got a little pink tumble. It's this pink aragonite. Um, I actually mainly got this one. Funny story. I got this one to help with, I guess, impulsivity.
Ah, well,
Because
good.
I
Yeah,
was
good emotional balancer, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I might as well get this one. This sounds good. It was on my list of crystals that I was like, I saw it, and it was just that feeling that that was something I was struggling with, and I have it. And over time and working with it, I'm like, okay, I can feel it working.
Yeah,
Even if it's not on me 24/7, I can feel it, you know.
it's good. And I keep it in my space. I don't necessarily wear aragonite, but I do keep it in my space. And because it is a good emotional, it balances the energies around you. It's a good emotional balancer. If you get a client, say if you're doing a reading, for those of you who do readings, and they're kind of difficult, or you're just not on the same wavelength, or they're confused, or they're deep in grief, and they're just not their usual self, I will grab this stone and I will hold it because I immediately feel that energy. It helps me to be able to deal with difficult people with grace and objectivity. So it does help open your inner eye so that you can get visions of past lives, maybe even forgotten or buried memories from this life. It's really good for that as well. But I keep it, either right behind me on my stand or right around me. If I know in advance I'm going to have somebody who's suffering, I'll have this handy so that I can hold on to it. But it really is a cool stone for searching your soul history. If you want to work with this stone specifically, and pull some psychic stuff for yourself or for someone else. It's really great for that.
Yeah. There's a deep sense of knowledge with this one, but it pulls from the matters of the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because of its shape, Bree was talking about, not sure about the bumps, but it radiates energy in all directions. And so that's why, I guess that's part of the reason why it could go in all directions of time. You can pull past, present, and future with this stone as well. I don't know, but it does
Yeah.
soothe and remove blocks. It works well with calcite. Also selenite, or ever popular selenite that we just talked about in the last video, phenacite and Herkimer diamonds. I don't have a Herkimer diamond. Do you have Herkimers?
Yeah, I've got one in a ring, and then
Oh,
I've got a little slab of it.
nice. I don't have any, but so it works well with other things. And
Yeah.
you can rinse this one under running water. But if I do, then I just leave it on my windowsill and let it to dry and recharge in the sunlight.
Yeah.
One of the few that I run underwater.
Cool. Cool.
Cool.
I know at least for this one, I really like what do I like doing with it? I like doing a bunch of stuff with it because I feel like, it's so pulling on the heart, and the heart is very like, it's one of those places that I'm like, ooh, you gotta try different things. You gotta like branch out and work on yourself and self-love and all that good stuff. So I'm like, I'm happy to try anything with this one. So I'll do singing bowls. I'll do my selenite bowl that I'll put it in. I will even take some smokeless sage and I'll kind of like spray it from
Right.
afar, like get some of it on, but not like terribly wet. And then yeah, just use a bunch of stuff. I like trying different things with it, so it's good. It's good for that.
It's one of those that if you use it a lot, you should clean it a lot. If you don't use it a lot, it's going to be okay. It
Yeah.
doesn't like build up and it doesn't just absorb everything that's around it. So it's good stone for that. So let's see. Next, we have Angelite.
Yes.
And I only have it in a ring. It's a beautiful pale blue stone. It's semi-opaque. You can, see light through it, but you can't it's not clear. You can't see through it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a little bracelet of it.
Oh yeah, you can see more of the color in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works with clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience. So, that's clear hearing, clear seeing, and clear feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the chakras, it works with the throats, another good throat stone, and the third eye, and also your crown chakra
Mm-hmm.
here. So it's one of those that opens up your psychic connection, just sort of like I visualize my crown opening up and just connecting me to my higher self, to the creator, to being one with everything in every realm. It's just
Mm-hmm.
really beautiful. It works well. Obviously, it gets its name from angels. So
Angel.
really good for the
Angelite.
angel. Yeah, but if you want to communicate with loved ones in spirit, this is another really good stone. A lot of mediums work with this stone.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's got a nice calming presence to it. And it really, at least for me, I feel like it's, yeah, very, very clear feeling. Feel all the feels, but in a
Yeah,
really
well,
beautiful way.
and that's the kind of place you want to be in when you're setting your 3D self aside to do channeling work or to do mediumship work. You know, you're creating a empty vessel with yourself, right? And that's the kind of energy that this kind of helps bring to the front. So it makes it a lot easier to get into channeling mode. It's a very uplifting stone. It's also a comforting stone for people who are processing through grief. It can be uplifting and comforting for them to have.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's fun to have in like, I've seen people have it in like little carvings and necklaces and all kinds of stuff. So you could get it. It's pretty easy to source or get to. It's not that terribly hard to find. But there's a lot of different ways you can use it, and a lot of different I guess structures of which you can use it too. Like I mentioned with the carvings and the necklaces and the rings. But that's kind of like with anything, but remember there's variety out there.
And as for the throat, you know, it just gives a sense of gentleness and compassion in the way you convey whatever it is that you're getting, whatever it is that you're channeling or messages that you're receiving. It's really good like that. It works really well with selenites. It also works with clear quartz, but it's pretty powerful all by itself. I mean, it may look like a soft little stone, but it packs a heck of a punch. And it doesn't need to be cleared all that often. But when you do clear it, I like to do a gentle cleansing with it. I like sound. Also, go back. I like to sage. Every now and then, I just do like once every 2 or 3 months, I sage the whole place. Open windows and sage my whole house. Open the drawers, open the doors. It escorts all the negative energy out. It has the added bonus of cleansing my crystals and resetting the aura of my home and all of my jewelry. And me as well. So it's like one of those things. That's how I cleanse it most often, is either sound or smoke.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what's next. Dumortierite. Dumortierite is an amazing stone, and it's not super common, but it's also not hard to find. It's primarily dark blue. This little tumble I have is almost so blue you can't see the lighter blue spots in it. But this necklace that I have, you can see a lot more of the detail. You can see the movement in it and the different colors of blue in it. I know you've got beads.
Yeah. So this one right here is the Dumort.
It's a real pretty stone. Really, really pretty stone. And it's really also good for clairvoyance and clairaudience and clairsentience. It's also another third eye chakra stone. It really opens the doors of insight, and it can also like activate latent psychic abilities. You know, if you're not sure and you think you might be psychic, you know, you might try wearing this and you'd be surprised at how all of a sudden, boom, 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 you know, you're getting psychic insights, you're getting messages, you're getting precognitive things happening, like you just know something's about to happen and it hasn't happened yet. Those are fun. Wait till you surprise your friends and relatives with that kind of information. But this is a good stone for prophecy. It is. Also, if you practice psychometry, this is also a good stone to have in your energy field if you're doing psychometry. And that is where you like hold something that belongs to someone and pick up on the energy of the person and bring through messages from the person who owned that, whatever it was that you're holding.
That is so cool. I've had that experience doing that. It's really fun.
Yeah. But it can wake up the psychometry in some people. The best way to work with it is to meditate with it, sleep with it. For me, you know, but I like to wear it also, and it just sort of helps if I want to be open. Especially like if I'm doing a workshop or if I'm doing a lot of readings, I'll wear that because I just feel like it dials me in, right?
Yeah.
Frequency of receiving.
Naps back.
Yeah.
I'll snap you right into it and it'll just come.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a really good stone to pair with lapis. Lapis lazuli is gorgeous with that. Phenacite is also really good to use it for psychic work.
Mhm.
And you can put, that's a really hard stone. You can put it under running water, but again, I prefer the smudging and the sound. You can also place it on a bed of sea salt. That's one of those that just, and the salt will pull all the energy that you need to clean out of it. And then you can set a new intention and work with it fresh. But I like to charge mine under the moonlight. If I'm going to rinse it off, then I put it in the windowsill and I charge it in the moonlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With these guys, with this one, I use this one a lot, or this bracelet, I use this a lot during like readings because it does have a lot of like the clear stones. It's got moonstone, amethyst, lapis, dumortierite, aquamarine, and kunzite with silver sheen obsidian. So I'll put this in a selenite bowl and it's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and let's see. Next, we're going to talk about cinnabar. Cinnabar is a really cool stone. It works for clairvoyance and clairsentience as well. But it's a root chakra stone. There
Mm-hmm.
aren't a whole lot of crystals for psychic work, that refer to the root chakra. But this one works with root and sacral chakra and also the third eye, and it kind of connects the lower with the upper. And it's
Mm-hmm.
a white stone with pink flecks. Bree, do you have one? I've got a pair of earrings. Yeah, you can really see it in the stone. The tumble, I mean, that's what it looks like. And Cinnabar is one of those breaking through any limitations. If you've got a limiting belief, this can be your breakthrough stone because it can just help shake that up, those lower chakras to kind of get that stuff moving, any of those limiting beliefs and breaking through some of that. It's also good for like if you have an inspired idea, it's really good for birthing those ideas and then bringing them into form. Forming a clear vision of your idea with your third eye so that you can manifest. Great
Yeah.
stone for that.
Yeah.
How do you work with it?
So it's one of those stones that I have purchased and I just kind of kept it and I just kind of kept it. Like I knew I needed to purchase it, but I needed to
Mhm.
like keep it in a specific place and just have it in my physical home and just to kind of like be around its energy when I meditate. So it's not
Mhm.
necessarily on me or with me a lot of the time. It's just in that sacred space. But I can, and it's funny because it's like I don't really like hold it or pick it up or do stuff with it super often because I will go ahead and sound cleanse all my crystals regularly and do all that stuff. Um, but I can feel its effects when I meditate, just like, when I have all my others around it. It does a nice, it has some nice pairings, has some nice pairings too. Um, I know that, what is it? I like pairing it with watermelon tourmaline
Oh,
and having that nearby, like my watermelon tourmaline bracelet will just like hang out near each other. But yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It's a really good stone for creative people, for business people. I like to do it like if I'm doing an intuitive coaching consultation, the first consultation, I like this stone because it again, people are coming for that kind of work to do that kind of work with me because they want to clear out those old habits and develop some new habits and help bring new ideas into form and bring them into reality. And that's just what Cinnabar is all about. It grounds it in the physical reality, but it helps you have a clear vision at the same time of how you want to bring this idea into form, this new whatever it is you're manifesting. But you can create prosperity with this. You can actualize, emotional dreams, things that you want to bring into form. It's really good for mental agility. It kind of helps keep you sharp. And yeah, I think that's what just wanted to talk about how you can, it just sort of aligns your energetic body with your physical body too.
Hmm.
So I love it for that. It does work also. I've not used it with watermelon tourmaline, but now I'm curious to see what happens
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
So now I have a little project, but it works really well with garnet. And
Mhm.
I love garnet. Garnet's my birthstone. I have lots of garnet. So I wear it together with garnet a lot. Carnelian is a good stone to put with it. And carnelian's another sacral chakra stone. Really good stone to have for birthing ideas. And black tourmaline is also good. It's a good protector, filter type stone to keep with it, and activates the lower chakras and grounds your energy. Now it does have traces of mercury in it.
Mhm.
So it's not a stone that you want to handle or touch. If you have it against your body, wash, just wipe it off, because it can leave a little bit of residue. It's not really going to hurt you unless you eat it. So please don't eat your cinnabar. It doesn't in any way, shape, or form resemble cinnamon, and it's not good for you. So,
And even inhaling cinnamon is not a good idea because it actually closes up your throat. So don't do that either.
but anytime you handle cinnabar, wash your hands. You can rinse it off. It can take being rinsed off and wiped dry if you're going to do it that way to clean it. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about cinnabar. But I love the stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I just get the creative juices flowing with it when I'm here working by myself too.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to let you round it out with a stone that I don't personally have yet. I have it on order,
Yes,
but
she has it on order.
and I got it in green. So you too can have one of these stones if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Beautiful stone. It's
So this is
kunzite,
kunzite. Let's see.
pale pink, so
Like
pretty, so
it's like a
soft.
pinky purple. Oh, hold on.
Mhm.
Got that there.
Yep.
There we go. Awesome. Okay. And then, as I mentioned, I've got another kunzite. It's in
And
the Claire's bracelet there. Then
and
I've got some rings too that I am selling. Let's see if I can.
and I do know the price of the rings because I ordered one. They're $33.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're really pretty. And they
Yeah.
like that.
Isn't that beautiful? It's a heart stone. So it works with the heart chakra. It also helps with your clairvoyance, your clear seeing, and your clear feeling, your clairsentience. So, but it just helps you to send love from your heart out to everything in your sphere, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
excited to work with it.
Yeah. I've got sizes. I've got two sizes 8 and I've got one size 9. But I love just working with it in terms of like it being like on my physical body. So I'll have it in a bracelet. I've got another bracelet that's kunzite as well. And then um yes, I might think about if I order more rings, I might have to use it. I might have to get one in the future. But yes, these ones I'm selling. Um, but it's very connected to your heart, but it's also very connected to your crown as well. And it's so gentle in the way that it works, but it's highly effective. Um,
Yeah. It's a receiver and a transmitter when it
mhm.
comes to love.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm so excited. And it's also about not just people, but animals, plants, Mother Earth, all living beings,
Hmm.
all just this love
Yeah.
of, of
And
all
it's
creatures.
it's a gentle enhancer of the clairs too, like the throat and the third eye and the crown. Um, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience. Um, but yeah, that's why it's in my in my little Claire's bracelet. Um,
Yep. Yep. And they say it works well with moldavite and
yeah.
hiddenite. And you can run it underwater. I probably won't. Once I get mine, I'll be using moonlight just like I do with most of my other stones.
Hmm.
I have windows that have really deep ledges and great moonlight views. So it's great. It's easy for me to cleanse in the moonlight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And if that's good for you guys, that's a really good all-purpose way to do it. So we have now finished with our favorite crystals, and just want to go over real quick some good all-purpose ways that you can clean any of your stones anytime, right?
Yes.
As Bree says, if your stone ends in ite, if it ends in ite, avoid getting it near water. It's not going to be good for it. Um, there's what they call a Morse hardness scale. And if
Moss,
it's
yeah,
below 9, you don't want to get it wet. And most stones that end in ite, they're below a 9. And so they're not going to do well after exposure to water over time. So
yeah.
wafting with sage, Palo Santo, which we call smudging, that's a great way to cleanse all the stones. The sound like Bree likes to do with the selenite bowl, singing bowls, frequency music, solfeggio frequency, 417 or 528. Those are really good stones to frequencies, sorry, to clean your stones with. Selenite stick. I've got a selenite stick here. You can set crystals on the selenite stick and it'll be like a battery charger. You can charge like that. You can also, like we were talking about, set them in the windowsill or set them outside in the moonlight or sunlight. And some people bury their crystals in the earth to cleanse them.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people, but you know, it can
Put a
work.
flag down. Put a flag down. Use a special pot.
I'd be one of those who would go and forget it and think about it 3 years later, going, "Oh my God!" Yeah, that would be me.
It'll be really charged by then.
Yeah, if I could even find it. So, I do want to say, if you're going to cleanse in the sunlight, avoid leaving dark color stones in the sunlight for prolonged periods of time. They will fade. Even naturally dark stones will fade if left in the sun for a very long time. So, just be aware of that. Stones like azurite, seraphonite, even amethyst will fade. So, and also stay away from the jewelry cleaning machines, the ultrasonic cleansers. Some of them vibrate, some of them just have chemicals. Those are great for cleaning like your gold chains and your silver and stuff like that, but it's not necessarily good for these kinds of crystals. It's generally not a great idea. So just use plain soapy water if you're going to use water. And these other things will work. All these other properties just that we just went through will work, that whole list. Yeah. So if you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments of this video. We respond as quickly as we can to all of them, and we look forward to hearing more from you. We'll be back soon. Thanks again for joining us. Please hit like and subscribe.
Bye. Thank you.